So episode 3 begins. And hold on tight because it is such a action-packed, excitement-filled episode of I'm kidding. It's not. Welcome to the channel. I hope you're enjoying the coverage so far of Wheel of Time season 3, which is going to most likely be the last season of Wheel of Time, just judging from early numbers. Which is a good and bad thing. Bad thing because we won't be able to have fun making fun of it anymore, at least on this channel. Good thing because maybe the timer will reset and we'll get an actual adaptation from somebody that actually cares about the Wheel of Time being the Wheel of Time. But that is a discussion not for here. We're here today to talk about episode 3 of season 3, which, well, let's be quite honest, for myself at least, it is a snooze fest. When I was going through this, sort of to give my brain a little recap of what happened, this one's boring, like incredibly boring. Now, some of the other ones have been boring, but this one is sort of top of the list boring for me right now. I do want to, address the elephant in the room, which is, all the interviews and press about being said that this is going to be the return to Rand and Perrin season. Rand and Perrin will be the main focus of this season. Well, I hate to break it to anybody that is playing along. No, it's not. There is minimal of both. There's to be fair, there's more Perrin than Rand, but most of Rand's scenes revolve around Egwene or Moraine or awkward sex tents. I mean sweat tents, not sex tents. What am I talking about? Sex tents. Well, what's a sex tent? Only the Aiel could think of something as demented as a sex tent, right? Sex. Yes, there's shockingly little Rand al'Thor in the Rand al'Thor season, apparently. There's a little bit more Perrin, and there's some of a character named Matt. I say a character named Matt because Matt hasn't quite shown up in this show yet. Honestly, most characters haven't shown up in the show. So, but let's not dilly-dally, because there's not really too much to talk about. Most of what we're going to be talking about is at the end of this episode, which is the just complete destruction of the iconic moment for one of the most iconic moments for the character that shall not be named, that has not made an appearance in the show yet, Matchroom Coffin. But they made it so it was more believable in a real life situation. Sure. Okay, so we start the episode with I guess Dark Friend Social 2.0. Not really, but we have a meeting of the minds here. Lanfear, sorry I said Leandrin, is in her pantsuit as always, because she's stylish, and we got to get with the touchy-feelies because everything has to be touchy-feely around here. So we have a meeting between Ravine, Lanfear, and Samael. Now, Samael, they call, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, I'm pretty sure Lanfear calls Samael the weakest among the Forsaken, which is laughable, but sure, yeah, Samael is the weakest. Okay. But then they call Moghedien a coward, which is accurate, but they're all afraid of her. Why we're afraid of Moghedien, Moggy Poo Poo, Dumber and Dumber 2 lead actress, I forget his name. Why we're afraid of her, I don't know. I don't know why we've decided to make the This is literally what this show does, it seems. It takes the character that people hate the most or don't like the most, and we put them front and center. We've done it with Mogideon. We've done it with Leandrin. We're doing it with Suan Sanche. We're doing it. Well, I mean, we don't hate. We didn't hate Moraine, but it's amazing how what they've done with Moraine has affected a lot of people's thoughts about Moraine in the book too. It's unfortunate that we have that parallel, but it's happening. To some. Luckily, I've been able to separate, and this crappy show has not affected my love or like for characters or the book, because it's so different that it's they're not even close to each other. So you can separate them quite easily. At least I can. I know some others are having struggles. So do your best. The best thing is when it's canceled. This will be forgotten pretty soon, pretty quickly, because nobody's watching it. So hopefully you can erase it from your memory as something like the Dresden show that was made, and nobody knows it was made because it was not good and nobody remembers it. But yeah, so we have our Forsaken Meeting of the Minds. We which is basically we're all afraid of Moog. We need to team up and defeat Mogideon because Mogideon is meanie. She's a coward, but we're all scared of her. And Samael, you're the weakest. We also had to compliment the Master Compulsor over here for convincing apparently the whole world that he's been out of the bore for 10 years. Look, it's ridiculous. Okay, he literally has the compulsion switch on, so everybody that walks up to him is like, "Oh, I remember you, Gabriel, isn't it? Is Grable, Grabal, Gabriel, whatever." But he's been out for a month, but he's compulsed the whole world into thinking he's been out for 10 years. It even works on Leanne Sedai. It works on everybody. Like, give me a break. It's just silly. This is also why you don't bring him to Tar Valon. This is why you have him manipulating events in Camelin, because it's easier for him to compulse one person, aka compulsing Morghese into being a puppy dog and giving him power. Nobody else has to like him. The one person that is in power is the one that is compulsed, therefore giving him control. It works better. You doing, I'm sure there's articles everywhere going, how they changed this is much better than in the books. I'm so tired of those gaslighting articles of people going, this change, Avienda and Elaine being lovers is an improvement on the books. Rand not doing anything is an improvement on the books. Perrin being a coward is an improvement on the books. Matt being a total freaking waste of space is an improvement on the books. Stop it. Just stop it. It's not. None of it is. So Samael the Weak, who's wearing, I guess that's in Leander fashion. He has, of course, his sling ring on from Doctor Strange goodie bags. I think he's a pirate. Maybe he's in Tanjiko with the other pirates. I don't know. So, they're just, it's basically a meeting because they're scared of Mogideon, and then we find out that Mogideon and Ravine were lovers because they got to touch each other's faces. Because, everything is about who's fucking who in this, who is touching each other's, the face touches in this show are outrageous. The amount of, it's just crazy how thirsty everybody in this show is. And we'll get into more of that. So we're not going to spend much time on this because we get a bunch of boring Law and Order episode and Wheel of Time stuff where Nynaeve and Elaine start, you cue the music to Law and Order SVU or whichever one. Do interrogation number. Oh my God! Wait a second. No, wait. Hold on. The Black Aja people lied to you, Nynaeve? No. There's no way they lied to you and told you the wrong thing. Wow. You mean your interrogation tactics were not good enough to pull out the information and you just wasted time? No. That's impossible. I'm glad Caillou Sedai got some time, though. It's good she's on board. Same with, I forgot what we're calling this one. Was this Frying Pan or Body Positivity Sedai? I don't remember. But this one, I'm glad they got some screen time because, the Nameless Aes Sedai, we got to get those ones in there because, there's 8 million characters and we can't quite fit them all on screen. So we're going to do our best to include ones that were never any import at all. Remember, there's 82,000 characters, so it's impossible to give them all their due because there's 200 million of them. Right? Okay. So, we do the interrogations. This is half the episode is Nynaeve interrogating Black Aja and them lying to her and them being amazed that they lied to them. Then Elida apparently has a piece of jewelry that is causing her to have Parkinson's. I don't know. I have no idea what that's supposed to be, but she's got a bracelet that apparently is doing something to her. Whatever, don't care. We go investigate Leandrin's house because Leandrin is still important to this plot for some reason. And we find that she was doing some artwork on the floor with chalk and piss or something because her son is dead and her son's dead, so she has to draw a circle on the ground that of course nobody saw except for these two, even though it was like in plain sight basically, but nobody saw it and except for them because it was under the bed and they had to push the bed. Sure. So of course we go to the research library. Is this where? I thought this is where they got attacked by the. Maybe I skipped it. I thought this is where they got attacked by the gray man. Maybe they didn't. Let's see. Oh no, this is where they pushed the bed. Well, whatever. It's not important. Somewhere in here they get attacked by a gray man. And I totally swear that was the scene. Maybe not. It must be further down. Where is the gray man scene? We'll talk about it. I just don't want to miss it. Oh man. Oh yeah, it's when they're studying. They're studying in the library is when the gray man comes out. Okay, so that's not the gray man scene, but we get so they find the picture on the ground and they go, "It's a clue. Where in the world is Carmen Sandy? Leandrin Sedai. Where in the world? Let's follow the clues. There's a clue. There's a clue, Blue. Where's that clue lead to? I don't know. Let's go to the 13th depository. Wait, no. No, there's no, all the shit's out of the, wait a second, that's not, never mind. Let's go find a book to read. All right, off we go. And the Wonder Twins activate and they go to the library. I also think it's funny that we've included Varen in all of our, we can't trust anybody about Dark Friends, but we've told Varen all of our plans. Good, wonderful. Elida, who we knew was going to have an abundance of screen time because not only is it Rafe Judkins' favorite character, according to him, which is baffling, but you know their stance on actresses. When you have a good actress, you can't waste them. You have to find stuff for them to do. Even if there's nothing for them to do, you have to find stuff for them to do. So we know that Elida is going to have an abundance of screen time in this series, which is going to be just, in this case, extremely boring. So of course Elida is trying to, push her weight around. She wants to talk to Siuan. And they go, fuck you, and she goes, fuck you, don't piss me off, and they go, fuck you back, and then she goes, fuck you back, and then Leanna goes, all right, just have somebody do it, and I'll fine, whatever. And it's like, okay, I'm gonna go bribe the rest of the Red Sisters with sweets, and bribes and stuff. So here's some strawberries, freshly picked from Rand al'Thor's butthole. He was going to use them to get in the pants of Egwene, but it turns out he doesn't need to do that anymore. Wonderful. I'll give them to you, Galena Casbah, because why else? The Ninja Sadai's back, which thank goodness, Ninja Sadai's back. She disappeared in an episode in the 11 minutes of cringe. I thought she may have like opened a portal to another dimension to escape, but thank goodness she's back. Ninja Sadai, well done, you're back. Okay, so now we get this cringe scene of them going, I'm the highest. No, you're the highest. I was the highest once. Now you're the highest. No, I'm the highest. Bitch, I'm the highest. No, bitch, I'm the highest. Okay, fine, you're the highest. Bitch, stop being a bitch. Okay, great. They talk about bullshit. They talk about the Dragon Reborn who was under your nose in Tar Valon, and nobody did anything about it because you're all ridiculous. And yeah, so basically, Elida tries to bring them in on her plans and thinks they're gonna support her. But they don't. They hate her. They know she's up to something, and the bribes didn't work. How about that? So Elida goes away and basically, levies a threat, and for whatever, because we need Elida wants to be in charge, so they want to make Elida look like she's in a strong position. So whatever. There is the Mary Sue of the show. At least one of them. Is that Avienda? I don't know. Maybe it's not Avienda because there's Aiel down there. So maybe that's one of the Shado. I don't know. Shado. I don't know. How do you know how did you know we were coming? We get a recap of the whole. They found out about the dreaming. Apparently they're coming up. So apparently what spawns this whole thing is they're saying we're coming up on water. There's more fights over water than anything in the threefold land, which is true. They got that right. Good, wonderful. But what I don't understand is where's the water? There's a bunch of tinkerers dead. Where's the water? Does anybody see any water? Any is it under the rocks? Why did the Shado kill? Apparently we're the Shado killed them, and of course Avienda immediately goes, "This has to be a mystery ninja attack. No Aiel would attack Tinkerers," which is true. They shouldn't be. But then, of course, this is just to highlight how the Shado are evil. The evil, dark, evil. They say evil Aiel clan. So, because they'll murder Tinkerers. And, of course, you have the one Aes Sedai, or I'm sorry, the one wise woman. I don't know her name. I don't care. It's like, they deserve it because they won't defend themselves. So F them. It's like, yeah, sure. No, I don't. You're probably right. Ruark here's like, we gotta get out of here, and of course, Egwene is like, we have to bury these people because one of them could be Aram, my almost boyfriend, and they're like, they're not worth it, and then they're like, all right, fuck off. So they leave. Oh wait, was there the water? Was that the water? Did I find it? Is that water? It might actually be water. Holy shit. I can't tell. Maybe we found the water. Yay, there is water there. Excellent. Okay, cool. All right, so they go off without taking any water, apparently. And then we go to Perrin, who is, of course, mourning his wife that he murdered and then left town before they could find the evidence of the cold-blooded murder. He's mourning her, and the apple tree has blossomed 18 times the size of an apple tree because his wife was that great of a person, apparently. We get this weird scene where Alana, cries about Ivan. I don't care. Why are you here, Alana? It's set up as a mystery box because even Maxim later says, "Why are we in the Two Rivers?" Maxim Even though I hate actually saying it, Maxim makes a good point. If they're going for revenge for Ivan, why are they in the Two Rivers? Why aren't they chasing down Leandrin with the girls? If you're just gonna go on your own, if you're not gonna follow the books, and you have to give Alana screen time, why is she here? Is it because she's a dark friend? Because she went through the ways by herself? Oh, I don't. Sorry, we're supposed to forget that happened. So Alana's sad, big sad. Then we get to the. Oh boy, is this when we get to the big I'm incredibly horny game? Horny, the incredible horny Aiel. Yes, the incredibly horny Spear Sisters, who are just incredibly, dude. They really, really, really want that Ogier dick. They are so obsessed with Loya. Man, if they find a Trolloc, are they gonna try and mount that thing too? Holy crap! They really, really, really want Loyal to screw them. But then, when they give up on Loyal, it's like, dude, I don't want to. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I thought you were supposed to be making a perimeter and protecting this place. Like, what? Leave me alone. I don't want to have sex with you. Go away. They, of course, then go over to the next human being in the room and go, hey, will you have sex with me? Why won't anybody have sex with us? Apparently Loyal's like, wait a second, I changed my mind. I changed my mind. No, he didn't really change his mind. And they're like, oh no, Maxim won't not, aw, dang. Won't have sex with me. Then randomly, Fail, who doesn't know her name is not Fail. So later she comes in and calls herself Mandarb. We get the laughing at her because she's an idiot line, which was great. It's like, yay, we're making Fael sound like an idiot. Great job. And then he goes, what's your name? And she goes, Fael. It's like, no, that's not your name. I don't think the show knows that Fael is not her name. Fael is the name she takes after she finds out that Lan has named his horse the same name. She changes it to Fael because it's Falcon in the old tongue. It's not her name. Ugh. These are the things that make me think they say they've read it, but I don't think they have. Oh. Or do we think she had another nickname on standby just in case? She's like, oh shit, Mandarb. Or Mandarb, no, oh sorry. This is apparently Lord Luke. I'm curious if he's actually going to be anything other than an extra body. We'll see if his story actually comes to life or not. Who knows? But if it does, it's probably because Mogideon put him to task, because Mogideon is apparently the head Forsaken right now. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention during the whole Forsaken thing. Apparently the show is now trying to make everybody realize that Ishmael wasn't the Dark One, even though everything that they've done up until now has made it look like Ishmael is the Dark One. Even though, and I'm not saying that, of course, Ishmael believed he was the Dark One because he was insane. He was Balsamon. He went crazy because of all the use of the true power. If you don't know what the true power is, it's because you haven't read the books, and it's just, it's basically a power that is connected right to the Dark One. It's different than the one power. It's, you have to be granted special access. Most of the time, the Forsaken can use it, but, whatever. So, overuse of the true power is what made Ishmael, well, it was part of what made Ishmael insane. It made him think he was the Dark One, right? Well, the show treated him as the Dark One, not like he thought he was the Dark One, and now they're trying to convince everybody that Ishmael wasn't the Dark One because whatever. So the show is now the show is trying to backtrack on the Dark One. They're trying to fix Loyal and the Steading and the Longing because they forgot to do all that. They had to rebuild the Wine Spring Inn. Oh, they had to try. They're having to try and fix Waygates. It's crazy. It's like they went back and like, oh wow, shit. We read a little further and this is all wrong. Damn. Fuck. We should try and fix some of this shit. We find out the Whitecloaks are here after Perrin. Perrin's like, what? I don't remember this part. Oh, he's drinking. That's right. Dane's getting, I guess, drunk because Perrin's in the vicinity and he really wanted to sleep with him. But at least Dane is being a stand-up dude. He doesn't want to torture the innocents, even though he's using them to try and bait out Perrin. Of course, Emin Valda is being a cartoon villain because that's what he is in the show, a cartoon villain. We got a mention of the Lord Captain Commander, but not by name. So apparently, we didn't want to name Pedro Nall for some reason. I wonder if. I wonder if that's where Pat and Fane's going to show up and be like, hey, Pedro Nall sent me. I'm Ordeith. He told me that we need to kill everything in the Two Rivers. Orders of the Lord Captain Commander. Trust me. I'm not a bad guy. Trust me. He sent me for realsies. We'll see. Of course, he'll have the Shadow Logoth knife because, he stole it from Perrin when... Or, I'm sorry, he stole it from Matt after he tried to kill Rand and everybody was crying over it. So, we continue. The Whitecloaks are here. Min comes in and guilt trips Matt because she's a dark friend. Look, I don't want to hear from you, Min. You didn't save him. You still gave him up. You're a piece of shit. You believe that Ishmael could do something like take your visions away, which he can't. So you're not only you're gullible, you're an idiot, you're a liar, and you're a piece of crap. So fuck off. I don't want to hear from you. Go wear that pantsuit somewhere else. It looks ridiculous. Matt, of course, is we're doing the whole memories thing is killing him shit, which is bullshit. We've replaced his Shadow Logoth sickness, his more death sickness with mind sickness. He has brain cancer because we screwed that up too, which Nynaeve is eventually going to heal instead of stilling. That's my theory. We'll see. Of course, we're now doing more research. If you're an eagle-eyed viewer, you could see gray men standing in hallways too, watching them. They were standing in hallways having feelings like everybody else on the show. They found their symbol, and wow, look, we found the exact book at the exact time with the exact symbol explaining exactly what happened. Exactly where Leandrin must be hiding. Apparently, Varen was drawing all the things that were in the 13th depository. She should have known this already since she was the only one that knew the location of it. But I digress. Whatever. Why would a brown sister keep a catalog of things? Tenchiko, like, I don't understand. So I'm trying to make. Why is it important that Tenchiko is near Falme where the Seanchan landed? Maybe I am stupid. I don't understand what the connection is and why is it important. So Leandrin's from Tenchiko, where the Seanchan didn't land. They landed in Falme. Dun dun dun. I don't. Where they can't. I don't. Maybe I don't understand, but whatever. Then they get attacked by a gray man. Of course, Nynaeve has flashbacks of getting stabbed 11 times and dying again. Apparently, did she get hit? I'm waiting to see if this is going to come back later, because she gets hit in the head, apparently. I don't know if it's just going to be a close call type thing. How does she... Does Nynaeve have super senses too? If this is a gray man, she should not have seen it. Elaine should be dead. Right? That's how gray men work. She shouldn't have been able to see the gray man. There's nothing that she's doing that should allow her to see it. Period. So you've messed up, Greyman. Good job. So it shoots the arrow. Nynaeve, of course, saves Elaine. She ducks first, though. She saves herself first, which I love. We shoot the arrow. And it zooms. Wow. I thought it hit her. It definitely does not hit her. It's not even close. Wow, it's just... it's just sticking there. It's just sticking there. It's just so bad. Just the CGI is terrible. It's just like thwomp right there. And, you know, she's holding her head. I feel bad for the actress because she's got to try and act this thing off. But, you know, wow, that's so bad. The CGI arrow is terrible. Elaine then shoots something at her. I guess it's weaves of bullshit. And then it's dead. They follow it out and it's dead. And Elaine's like, I didn't do that. I only shot him with stupid crap, and that wouldn't hurt it. It would just make him stupid. And they're like, oh. And then Perrin shows up in the hallway, like literally half a second after they get out in the hallway, right? Where does she come from? Because it's important, right? Where does Perrin come from out in the hallway? Let's see it real quick after the dumb CGI arrow. So there he is. He doesn't shoot another one. She shoots something at it. Which I don't quite understand what it is. Did she make a shield? I don't know. I don't even know what that was. She shot something out of her elbow or her head. I don't know what that was. Nynaeve, of course, is having a panic attack. Elaine is up and out the door immediately after the Gray Man, and the Gray Man is down on the floor. Right? So the Gray Man barely made it a step. So we're supposed to believe from the half a second that, Jesus, where is she? The half a second that, wait, now they're around the corner? Wait a second. That doesn't seem right. Did she go around the corner? I thought she just walked out the door and they were there. No, they did walk around the corner. Okay. It's still not that far away. So, she walks out, goes around the corner a little bit. And where did Perrin come from? There's the Gray Man, who is a terrible Gray Man. He must be the worst Gray Man ever. Don't worry, Elaine. It didn't hit you in the head. You're fine. Okay? I didn't throw it hard enough to kill him. He's been stabbed. I'm not sure how you see that, but... And then Perrin comes down the hallway from the way they came from. So, how are we supposed to... Yeah. So, Perrin comes out behind them. So, how did Perrin stab... How did Perrin stab the Gray Man? Because that's what they're trying to say. Perrin stabbed the Gray Man, then ran back down the hallway, out of sight, before the two of them could get out in the hallway and discover her running away after stabbing the Gray Man. And then Nynaeve is suspicious of Perrin, even though she's like, what the hell is going on here? And she doesn't give her a chance to even say it. She's like, why didn't she ask who stabbed it? She sort of did. You're like... The reason for you getting to the conclusion you get to makes no sense. You didn't give her a chance to even ask any questions. You just start freaking prattling on. So this whole setup for Perrin being the bad guy, being a black Aja, they're doing a terrible job at it. Terrible job at it. Do better. She must be a fucking using the master sprinter weave to get this all done. Holy shit. So, of course, we have suspicion now of her. Nynaeve's like, we gotta get out of here. We can't trust anybody. Varen must be Black Aja because she's a super sprinter, and she had to have stabbed the Gray Man because she didn't ask who stabbed it. She just asked what the hell is going on out here, and blah 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 blah. She didn't ask the questions I wanted her to ask. It's not right. It's bad. Do better. Then we get to the circus in Tanchico. There's nothing worth talking about here. Leandrin shouldn't be in the show anymore. The fact that she's in the show is beyond me. She's out to get revenge and steal somebody's child because she doesn't like them in Tanchico, and that's it. Like, she's just, she's a baby stealer and a crazy person. Leandrin Sedai, thank you. Then we get to we then get the very weird Elida, Min, we're the same but different thing, which they're not nearly the same. They're only different, and they bond, and apparently Elida trusts Min, unless she's playing some long con where she's gonna, she thinks Min's gonna tell Suan exactly what she told. Are we doing the I'm gonna tell you the thing in private so you can go tell the person that I want you to tell the thing that was private, that I told you the thing in private because I knew you were gonna betray me? Is that what we're doing? Whatever. So don't care. Min and Elida have just share stories of their visions, and we get some exposition about why Elida is in Andor. Great. Then we get this dream thing. Egwene, you're the best. Thank you. I'll teach you how to be even better. Okay, great. Then we, of course, get the only scene where Rand is in, which is back at the sex shack with Lanfear, who is, of course, struggling with her being a bad person because she's going to be redeemed and turned into good Lanfear. So she's talking to Rand about Kalendor and the Saccharin, or whatever it is, Saccharin. So they have no idea. So again, another thing that makes me think they haven't actually read the books is they actually don't know what Kalendor really is. But they've mistaken it for something else, or they just don't care. I don't know which it is at this point. It doesn't matter. It's still wrong. They don't know what Kalendor is. They don't know how it works. They don't know why it's better the way it is in the books. They just don't care. Lanfear wants to be a good man is basically this, and Rand won't let Rand is not cheating on Egwene because they won't have sexy time in the dream, even though he really wants to, because whatever. Then we get to the sex tent. Oh, I mean the sweat tent, not the sex tent. We get to the sweat tent, the sex tent, whatever. Everybody's naked and giving each other sizzling eyes, and of course Lan is struggling, and everybody's struggling in the sex tent. And there's a point where Moraine's like, "Hey, do you think I should go have sex with this girl?" And Lan's like, "Yeah, you should go peg her, man. Like, you haven't been with Suan for a minute. You need to release some of that stress." And she's like, "You think it'll be all right?" And he's like, "Yeah, you should totally go bang her." And then we get a look at her back or something, and I want to be careful. Yeah, there we go, perfect. Apparently she got this tattooed on her when she was like 5 years old or something. So I guess the Malkier tattoo him really young. I don't know why it's warped, isn't warped like the guy's back and Han Solo Burger's back and That's My Boy. Why isn't it completely warped and elongated? But whatever. Then Lance says something incredibly stupid like, "Oh, I don't know, Aiel don't have tattoos." Lan, I hate to break it to you, buddy. They have tattoos. Just saying. Then we have that awkward discussion about I don't want to stay on that too much because, well, it's just, I don't know, cringy sexy time bullshit. We get a little backstory about Lan, and Malkier, and she says, like, if one person's wearing the Hadori and one woman's wearing the Kassain, it's like, why aren't you wearing it then? Why aren't you wearing your symbol of Malkier if you're believe that so much? Whatever. We then get the scene where everybody is looking at Perrin going, hey, you suck. And Perrin's like, I'll turn myself in. And it's like, okay, fine, whatever. This is where we, of course, break off from the important conversation with Perrin, talking to the Two Rivers folk about the Whitecloaks and the Trolloc invasion, to have a sad moment where Mascom cries about Ivan being dead, and tells Alana to turn off the bond. So Maxim says, "Hey, will you flip the off switch on the bond, please? Because I don't want the bond stuff now. So flip off the switch, please. Stop it." They're all big. They're both big sad because Ivan's dead. They're not doing any of the things that they're sort of doing some of the things that happen when you lose a warder, but not quite. It's not quite right. They should be. Maxim should be in bloodlust killing things. But I guess he's just sort of controlling it. If I'm giving good faith adaptation here, I guess I don't know. At least they're sad. I guess I don't. Whatever. The moment Ivan died, Maxim should have died, going into a bloodlust, trying to kill the remaining Aes Sedai, but whatever. He needs to lead the Two Rivers, fighting force. We then get more scenes of. This is where Mandarb tells Perrin that her name is Mandarb. And then he asks her real name, and she says it's Aiel, and we, as the audience, are like, "That's not your name, idiot." And we all have a laugh at Aiel because she's stupid. We then get the cringe hallway scene where we see, Min's vision of Matt hanging from being hung. It'll be funny to see how this happens since he's not in the place where it happens. So I'm still figuring that maybe when they're gonna leave for Tanchico, Matt decides to go steal the Horn of Valyr from the 13th Depository and falls through the gateway. Maybe, I don't know, but apparently they're still doing the Matt hanging. We'll see. Either that or Min's. Well, we already know Min's visions lie, so so maybe she's just wrong. I don't know. So let's see here. Then she's freaking out because he's freaking out, and of course we have Uber White Knight comes down the hallway and tells Matt to stop. He Uber White Knights him. He's like, "I am the Uberest of White Knights. Let the girl go." And we're like, all right, stop it. It's not, it's not right. It's not Galad. Galad, it's, I guess it's like Galad adjacent, maybe. But whatever. Okay, moving on. Then we of course have the Vampire Queen come in and tell the Red Aja people that they suck, and that's it. Don't care. Moving on. What happened? Did they get rid of Ninja Sedai? I guess, I don't know. I don't remember exactly what happened there, if I'm being honest, because I had glazed over at this point. So she can handle herself. Oh, that's right. She's sending the sitter out of the tower or something. I don't know. I don't care. It doesn't matter. So of course Elida gets, has to replace they have to replace the red sister that's being removed from the tower. I don't care. It's just who cares. More Aes Sedai politic bullshit. Don't give a shit. This is where Perrin says, "Hey, idiots, why aren't you like, hey, you guys don't care about Trollocs anymore? Okay, go get killed." And then they're like, "Oh, maybe we shouldn't go get killed." Perrin's right. So, Perrin does a good here. We'll see. We'll see where it goes from here. I'm not sure why they're all here right now. I'm, they should have been come flocking in later, but I guess we're doing the land is being thrashed before Perrin got back to the Two Rivers, and they were all gathering there before he got there. I don't know, whatever. So Perrin gets them all to stay, and fine. We then get to the complete destruction of the final one of the I want to keep saying the final nail in the coffin of Matrim Cawthon, but there's so many nails that have been put through his poor body that this is just another one. We of course now I am speaking of we're talking why Nynaeve is here. I'm not sure. She just comes to harass Matt. Matt is practicing with a bow stave for some reason. He all of a sudden decides that he can use one, even though he's never used one at all. Galad and Gawain just have randomly decided to go spar in the middle of the night. At the same time as Matt because reasons. And we get a cringe fight. Now, it is cringe, and it is a fight, and it's not Matt's iconic fight at all. It is a complete annihilation of what it should be. It is terrible. The choreography is horrible. The story behind it is... Let me break down what the reason that they're fighting is because... Here, so, one... Matt is asking Nynaeve to leave nicely because they're friends, and Galad can't just help himself but White Knight and go over and say, "Hey, leave Nynaeve alone." It's like, dude, are you a fucking idiot? We're obviously friends. We know each other. Can you fuck off? So Matt being mad at Galad at that point, sure, I understand it. But it's just stupid that Galad would do that. Okay. Second. So Matt gets pissed off of him. That's the first reason why. Galad doesn't like the way Matt treats women. Apparently Matt is a womanizer or a bad guy. He is mean to the women's, and Galad does not like that. So of course, Nynaeve says it's ridiculous. She's actually right. Then we get Matt instead of Matt starts taunting them. And instead of it, we turns into this stupid brawl. Instead of and a lesson learned by two arrogant swordsmen who think they have nothing to learn. It's just I will probably go more in depth because I feel like this deserves a full video to itself. How bad this fight scene is, what a complete and utter how it's just it's an actual destruction of his iconic moment. Galad and Gawain learn nothing. You don't learn anything about Matt. Matt just is good with the bow staff. He's just because we don't learn there's no lesson to be learned. Nobody's watching it. The brothers aren't brought down a rung by in the view of any of the warders or their teacher. They aren't taught the valuable lesson. It just Matt just makes some money and goes on his way. It's terrible, and the fight itself is terrible. We got a bunch of at one point Galad and Gawain hold hands to try and attack him. It's ridiculous. It is just... And it lasts all of 2 seconds. Like what is that? It's so bad. It's so bad. Like, I wish there was a show somewhere where we could take... Look, they're holding hands. What are we doing? Like, do you see them twirling? Like, what is, like, oh, God. We're going to break this shit all the way down. It's terrible. It's horrible. I hate it. Not only is the fight terrible, it's just, Yeah, and the reason for the fight, instead of, Matt, basically, needing some money and just, teaching them a lesson for Hammer, It's just because Matt's mad that they get more pussy than he does. Matt's mad at the brothers because they're screwing more women than he is, and he's just waiting in his room for girls to come and ask him to have sex with them. That's why he's big mad at the brothers, because they get more action than him. That's basically what sets off this whole fight. So they ruin Matt's iconic fight in Tar Valon. It's a season late. It would be great if it never existed, because they mess it up big time. Big time. And it's the reason is supposed to be what did he say? The fight is more realistic, and the reason for the fight is more realistic in the show than it is in the books. You're so full of shit, it's coming out of your eyes. Give me a fucking break. We go back to Perrin. I think that's where we get her real name being Aiel when it's not. Yeah, there you go. Your real name is not Aiel. It's not Aiel. Or like, did you just actually go change it and come back? Maybe that's what you're saying, but that's not your real name. Then we see that everybody's fucking off together. They're getting ready to go to Tanchico. I wonder how they're gonna teleport there. We'll see, I guess. Leandrin is like reminiscing her being locked in the basement or some shit. And then we learn that she's gonna try and call her the Dragon Reborn, because I don't know who's she working for. Who fucking knows? At this point, is Leandrin working for herself? I don't know. She's just is the Black Oddjob being set to task by any Forsaken? Why hasn't any Forsaken like who's like, are the Black Oddjob just going around doing stuff? They're not getting direction from any of the Forsaken. Why the hell don't the Forsaken call themselves Chosen in this fucking show either? Why hasn't one of the Chosen shown up to Leandrin and made her piss herself? Why, like, the Black Ajah's just off doing whatever, and apparently Leandrin's their leader. So Leandrin is on the level of the Chosen in this, apparently. Like, what a bunch of bullshit. Like, come on. At least do that right. You can't even have one of the Forsaken giving Leandrin directions and intimidating her into doing it out of fear. This episode literally, for me, was so boring. And then it's not till the end when you get Matt's fight that you finally, like, it goes from boring to ridiculously stupid. And then you see Leandrin, and then you figure out that Leandrin has more screen time than Rand in this episode too. And you realize, oh, hey, yeah, we were all right. They lied again. Rand isn't going to be fucking a main character in his own fucking story. I'll grant you there was a little bit more Perrin this episode. But Rand is still absent. And it's sad. But, we all know it's sad. We all know it's going to be canceled soon. And, we're going to be here for it. So I look forward to talking to you all about it some more. And, getting some laughs out of how bad this is turning out to be. They're losing viewers faster than, Ninja Sadai can run out of a hallway when she's getting attacked by a Black Aja. So, stay tuned to the channel for more updates. I'm probably going to do a full breakdown on Matt's debacle of a fight scene. And, we'll have fight scene autopsies soon and stuff like that. So stay tuned to the channel, and we will see you soon for episode 4. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. All hail the Lord Dragon. We'll see you later.